The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County over the last 24 hours is 1,157, with 55 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 21 additional cases were reported, with 3 new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Bella Shaw. It's Thursday, March 10th. LA County wants more Angelenos to know about COVID-19 therapeutics. Raising awareness and access to these potentially life-saving treatments are priorities of the county's post-surge plan. Officials say the free medications can help prevent severe illness, hospitalization, and even death in those who are at a higher risk of poor outcomes should they get the virus. Paxlovid and molnupiravir are oral therapeutics that must be taken within 5 days of the first COVID-19 symptoms and require a prescription from a healthcare provider. Paxlovid is for those 12 years and older weighing at least 88 pounds, and molnupiravir is only for adults ages 18 and up. Evusheld is administered by injection and available for 12-year-olds and older weighing at least 88 pounds who have not been exposed to COVID-19 and can't get a vaccine for medical reasons. Public Health is working with partners and providers to inform patients about these medications. The department is also expanding efforts to reach more people by dispatching community health workers in the field, sponsoring radio PSAs, and placing digital, print, and social ads. People who test positive for COVID-19 at selected testing sites in underserved communities will be linked to a telehealth option and, if eligible, be shipped medications for free. The federal government's Test to Treat program launched this week, allowing patients to walk into local clinics and pharmacies to get tested and treated during the same visit. 18 CVS Minute clinics in LA County are participating in the first wave. You can learn more at cvs.com/minuteclinic. And anyone who would like to access the therapeutics or have questions can call the COVID-19 information line at 833-540-0473 between 8 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. daily. The City of Torrance is offering free COVID-19 vaccine shots next week. It's free to everyone, insurance is not required, and people can get first, second, and booster doses. The shots will be administered at the city's Human Resources Multi-Purpose Room on March 14th, 15th, and 17th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. Flu vaccines will be available as well. To book an appointment, go to myturn.ca.gov or scan the QR code on your screen. A potential new COVID-19 variant has been detected. It's unofficially called Deltacron and is a combination of the Delta and Omicron variants. The World Health Organization says the new combination was found in Denmark, France, and the Netherlands. It's also here in the U.S. Helix, a lab headquartered in San Mateo, California, works with the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to track the virus. It sequenced close to 30,000 positive samples collected between November 22nd and February 13th. Researchers found 2 infections involving different versions of Deltacron, and 20 other infections had both the Delta and Omicron variants, with one case having Delta, Omicron, and Deltacron. Experts say it's too soon to worry about Deltacron, and it doesn't appear to spread as easily as Delta or Omicron. The fact that researchers only saw 2 cases out of nearly 30,000 also suggests that it's probably not going to elevate to a variant of concern level. Consumer inflation in the U.S. reached a 40-year high. It jumped 7.9% over the past year, the sharpest spike since 1982. The U.S. Department of Labor reported the increase today for the 12-month span ending in February and not including most of the oil and gas price increases since Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24th. Since then, average gas prices nationally jumped 62 cents a gallon, according to AAA. Even before that, robust consumer spending, pay raises, and the ongoing supply shortages led the U.S. consumer inflation to its highest level in 40 years. In addition, housing costs, which make up about 1/3 of the government's consumer price index, rose, and economists say it is unlikely for it to go down anytime soon. Certain minority groups were left out of the 2020 census at higher rates than before. That's according to estimates from the U.S. Census Bureau. The Bureau released a report today saying Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans were not included for the latest census at higher rates than a decade earlier. Its follow-up survey measures the accuracy of the latest head count of people living in the U.S., which is used to redistribute political representation and federal funding across the country for the next 10 years. Disruptions from the pandemic and interference by former President Donald Trump's administration raise concerns about the increased risk of the once-a-decade survey missing parts of the country's population. Still, the Bureau has previously said that it believes the census results are, quote, fit to use for reallocating each state's share of congressional seats and electoral college votes, as well as redrawing voting districts. Census numbers are also used to guide the distribution of about $1.5 trillion each year in federal money to communities for education, health care, transportation, and other public services. Minimum wage is going up in unincorporated parts of LA County. Starting July 1st, the beginning wage will get bumped up from $15 to $15.96 an hour. The Department of Consumer and Business Affairs announced the 6.4% increase this week. The rate has risen steadily since 2016, when the county adopted a minimum wage ordinance that slowly increased the amount every year, reached $15 an hour in July 2020 for large businesses and last July for smaller businesses. The director of the Department of Consumer and Business Affairs, Rafael Carbajal, says the wage adjustment is in line with the spirit of the ordinance to ensure that wages keep pace with inflation and support a stable workforce. Well, if you're looking for a job that pays even higher than that, the U.S. Postal Service is hiring. It's hosting job fairs across Southern California, including one right here in Torrance. The post office is hiring for city carrier assistants, which has a starting pay of $18.92 an hour. If you're interested, mark your calendar for Tuesday, March 15th. A job fair will take place at the Torrance Post Office, located at 2510 Monterey Street, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also apply online anytime at USPS.com/careers. The El Camino College Theater Department will present a new in-person show starting this weekend. Performances of the rock musical Spring Awakening begin tomorrow at the campus theater. Community members have a total of 10 shows to choose from through this month. Based on an 1891 play by Frank Wedekind, Spring Awakening is set in 19th century Germany and follows repressed and struggling teenagers who are discovering their sexuality in a society that believes ignorance is bliss. Organizers say the show challenges our perceptions of art and asks us to reflect on how to do right by children and each subsequent generation of young people. Many of the actors have not been on stage in nearly 2 years due to the pandemic and say they are excited to be back doing what they love. Tickets are on sale now at centerforthearts.org. The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce celebrated the grand opening of Connecta Federal Credit Union with a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
Torrance is a place to be. It's a community that gives back. We embrace our partners in the community. We're really involved. We really want to grow our community and support them in any way. So Connecta is a big part of that.
The new Torrance Sky Park location is at 24580 Crenshaw Boulevard. It offers online banking, credit cards, student loans, and more. With access to more than 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs and more than 5,800 shared credit union branches. For more information, go to connecta.org. Torrance has a very special visitor this week, and he's showcasing our city to the rest of the country.
Torrance is not new to me because I've been in Southern California since 1971, but spending time in Torrance is new to me. I fly over it. Right? It's on the approach. I drive by it. Today I got a chance to turn off the 405 and actually spend some time here.
American journalist and CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg is producing his weekly radio show called Eye on Travel from the Torrance Historical Society Museum today. He is featuring multiple guests from our city, including city historian Janet Payne, Torrance Fire Chief Martin Cerna, and City Cable's Christine Lee. His 3-hour radio program, All About Torrance, airs at 7 a.m. Saturday, March 19th, so be sure to tune in at petergreenberg.com. Well, as we head into the weekend, be sure to tune into Weekends in Torrance. New episodes air at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, Wyland Foundation's Clean Water Mobile Learning Center rolls into Arnold Elementary to give first and second graders an interactive classroom experience. Then, congratulations are in order to all Torrance High students who competed in a career-focused competition and are now qualified for the next round. City Cable's Leslie Robbins introduces us to the Torrance Unified School District's Career Technical Education Program. And on Sunday, City Cable's Christine Lee grabs a cold drink at Smog City Brewery and Tap Room and introduces us to Thai food entrepreneur Dream Kasestadad, who stopped by Torrance to cook up his favorite dish. These stories and much more will be airing this weekend starting at 2 p.m. You can find us on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Verizon Fios Channel 31, streaming on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. 2 groundbreaking events took place 110 years ago. Jared Sidney Torrance founded our city, and the Oreo cookie was invented. Both originally called New York home, but starting this week, they're coming together to celebrate at the Torrance, California Welcome Center. Located on the main level of Del Amo Fashion Center, between Express and Uniqlo, shoppers can stop by and say happy birthday to receive a free Jared Sidney Torrance bookmark and a limited edition confetti cake Oreo cookie. This special offer runs through this week while supplies last. Now, if you have a great story, an upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.